Hey everyone, and today I'll be going over some of the best free VPNs you can use on Windows, along with a few key reasons why you might want to use a VPN in the first place and what to watch out for with the free options. So VPNs on Windows are mostly used for one of three things: hiding your IP address, protecting your data on public Wi-Fi, or accessing content that's restricted to certain regions, like shows on Netflix or better pricing on games in other countries. But one of the biggest challenges with free VPNs is that while they technically give you these features, they often come with major trade-offs. Some limit your data or speed, others block access to streaming, and a few have even been caught selling user data, which kind of defeats the whole point of using a VPN in the first place. So in this video, I'll walk through which free VPNs are actually safe to use, what you can expect from each one, and I'll also touch on some premium options if you ever decide to upgrade for things like streaming or torrenting. And just a quick heads up, if you're interested in a paid VPN, I've included any current discount codes and review links down in the description, so feel free to check those out. Now, starting off with the free options, there are actually a few that work well for basic privacy and casual browsing, but each one has its own set of limitations, so I'll break those down quickly to help you decide which might work best for your needs. Proton VPN is the only free VPN I'd recommend if unlimited data is your top priority. There's no cap on how much you can use, which is a huge plus compared to most other free VPNs. But the trade-off is that you only get access to 5 countries, specifically the US, Netherlands, Japan, Poland, and Romania, and you can't choose the city. It just auto-connects you to the server with the best performance. Now, because everyone is using the same few servers, speeds can get a bit congested, and streaming sites like Netflix or Hulu are completely blocked. So this one's really best for things like checking email, basic web browsing, or reading the news. Then there's TunnelBear. It has one of the more user-friendly designs and gives you access to a wider selection of countries, around 46 to 49 depending on when you check. It works reliably for things like email or social media, but you only get 2 gigabytes of data per month unless you tweet about them, which bumps it up slightly to 3 gigabytes. Still, that's not a lot to work with if you're planning to stream or download files. And even though they have over 8,000 servers, you can't really use them for torrenting or streaming since the speeds are slower, and most of those services are blocked anyway. Now, the last free option I'd consider is Windscribe. This one gives you a little more flexibility, both in how much data you get and where you can connect. You start with 2 gigabytes per month, but if you confirm your email, that jumps up to 10 gigabytes. And they occasionally offer bonus data if you tweet or refer someone. Free users can choose from around 10 or 11 countries, which is more than Proton, and you can even pick specific cities in some cases. Performance-wise, Windscribe works fine for light browsing and even some short YouTube videos, but just like the others, streaming platforms usually block it, and speeds are throttled a bit to make room for paid users. So overall, for casual privacy or just masking your IP address while browsing, all 3 of these can work, but none of them are ideal for streaming, torrenting, or anything that requires faster speeds or higher bandwidth. So if you ever reach the point where you need a VPN for more than just light browsing, for things like streaming, gaming, or downloading files, then you'll probably want to look at a paid option. And the main reason for that is you're getting faster speeds, better security, and full access to things like Netflix, Hulu, or Disney Plus without running into blocks or caps. All 3 of the VPNs I'll go over here include unlimited data, strong encryption, no logs policies, and modern protocols like WireGuard or NordLynx. So whichever one you choose, you'll be covered for the essentials. But there are still some key differences that can help you figure out which one's the better fit for your setup. ExpressVPN is the simplest to use and also one of the fastest. You get access to over 3,000 servers in more than 100 countries, and during testing, it connected in under a second, which is much quicker than the average 4 to 6 second wait. I was even able to stream Hulu's The Bear in 4K from Australia without any buffering. So if streaming is a priority, Express is a great choice. Security-wise, they've moved everything over to RAM-only servers, which means no data is ever stored. And back in 2017, when one of their servers was seized during an investigation, their no logs policy was actually proven in real-world use. They've also completed more than 20 independent audits, which is the most I've seen from any VPN. And for anyone who wants a little extra, Express also includes an ad and malware blocker, plus a password manager. So overall, this is the best choice if you want something fast, private, and really easy to use. Then there's NordVPN. It's a better option if you want more features to work with, and it has the largest network of all 3, over 7,800 servers across more than 160 countries, and performance is still great. great. During testing, I used it for low ping gaming on US servers in Valorant, and buffer-free streaming while watching friends on UK Netflix from the US. One of the standout features here is Threat Protection Pro, which blocks ads, trackers, and malware, even when your VPN is off. They've also got a full suite of specialty servers, including Double VPN for double encryption, Onion over VPN for connecting to the Tor network, and custom DNS support. And if you're in a restricted country or trying to get around censorship, Nord recently introduced Nord Whisper, which is their new anti-censorship protocol. So there's a lot of depth here, which makes it a great value option if you want something that can do a bit of everything. And finally, Surfshark is the best way to get strong performance on a tighter budget. You still get access to over 3,200 servers in 100 countries with unlimited device connections, which is a huge plus if you have a lot of phones, laptops, or smart TVs in the house. It handled HD streaming just fine from the UK Netflix library while I was connected in the US, and the newer features like dynamic multi-hop and Everlink have improved stability and speed over what Surfshark had in the past. For security, you get the essentials like Clean Web for blocking ads and trackers, and RAM-only servers, so your data gets erased with every reboot. And they recently passed third-party audits again, which is great to see at this price point. So overall, if you're only looking for something basic to mask your IP and browse a bit more privately, a free VPN like Proton, TunnelBear, or Windscribe can still do the job, as long as you're okay with the usual trade-offs in speed, data, or access. But if streaming, gaming, or torrenting is part of your day-to-day, then stepping up to a premium VPN is where you'll really notice the difference. Express is the easiest to use and most consistent. Nord gives you more features if you want them. And Surfshark keeps things affordable while still covering all the essentials, especially if you're sharing across multiple devices. And since they all come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, you can try any of them risk-free to see what works best. I've included links down in the description if you'd like to check for the latest deals. So hopefully you found this review helpful. If so, please leave a thumbs up. I always appreciate that. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave those in the comments below, as I love getting to answer as many as I can. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.